Hello, boys and girls, and welcome back to Mrs. Fairy's music classroom in her kitchen. Today, we're going to make our own instrument using things that you have around the house, and I think everybody has this around the house, at least I hope you do. Toilet paper. So if you've been saving up those toilet paper rolls, we're going to put them to use today. So I've got some toilet paper rolls here that we're going to use. Also, I've asked you to save up your paper towel rolls. So if you've got your paper towel roll, we're ready to use that today. So we're going to make a rain stick, and I've already made one. A short one. And what I did is I took the toilet paper, the paper towel roll, and I taped up the end of it so that when we get our paper towel roll ready to go, we're going to have a solid end on this end. So I'm going to take tape and I'm going to tape up this end so that nothing that I put inside, no beads or rice or anything that I put on the inside, can fall out this end. So we're going to tape that up. Make sure that nothing can escape, especially not the rice. Little kernels of rice can get onto your mom's, dad's floor, grandma's floor, whoever you're staying with, and we don't want you to have a big cleanup after our music making session. So you can see the paper towel roll is sealed up here on the end. This end is still open. So now I'm going to take a piece of tin foil, and I've scrunched up my tin foil, and I'm going to make like a snake, and I'm going to stick it inside the paper towel roll. Sorry, I keep trying to call it toilet paper. Paper towel roll. And I'm going to curve it a little bit, and I'm going to go into the open end and take this, and in goes the little foil snake, and it looks like I can fit another piece in there. Make sure you ask mom, dad, grandma, aunt, uncle, whoever you're staying with, babysitter, that you get permission before you use the foil. So I'm going to make another piece here because it's not quite all the way to the end. So I'm going to make another little piece, scrunch it up, and then kind of make it go wavy like a snake. And now we're going to finish, and we're going to put it in this end. And I ended up having a little bit left over there. All right, and then you pour your rice, your dried beans. I'm going to use popcorn, and it's going to go in like this. Hear that? All right. So, and then you're going to seal up this end. You can use a piece of paper. If you don't have tape, you can get paper, and you can try to seal it with a string around or a rubber band, but that's not going to be as secure as you'd like it. I highly recommend taking paper and then taping it down. Now you can use painter's tape, duct tape, packing tape, just regular old Scotch tape that you might have from school and your school supplies. The point is you want to tape up, seal this end nice and tight so that nothing spills out and goes all over the floor, and then you have a big mess to clean up. Don't want to make mess while you're home. You'd rather be playing instead of having to clean up. So both ends are sealed. We've got the tin foil going in a wavy, rolled up direction, wavy on the inside. Let's see what our rain stick sounds like. Okay, so I want to make it longer. So I could add a toilet paper roll and another toilet paper roll. So I'm going to make it longer. And this time I'm going to add, let's see, I'm going to take 2 pieces of toilet paper rolls, and I'm going to tape them together. So take your 2, tape them together, and then put some tin foil inside of those. And we'll have a longer rain stick. So I've got 2. Now I'm going to add another toilet paper roll and tape that together so that it will stay together and none of the rice or beans or popcorn or macaroni, whatever you're putting in your rain stick, beads, hair beads, if you have hair beads around the house anywhere, that will work just fine. So now I've got my, oops, did you see that? Ooh, Miss Fairy. Alright, so now I'm going to take in the corn, and I'm going to add some more foil in here. First I'm going to take my foil. I think I had it a little bit too skinny, so I'm going to loosen it just a little bit. You don't want it to be too skinny. And there we go. So I've got that. In goes the snake. Now we're going to add another piece of foil and put that in there. And then I'm going to take another piece of foil for my empty tube here. And we're going to roll that up. And we're going to stick that in this end. And then we're going to take this and add it to this end. Let's see, let's get another little piece of foil in there. This one's going to be a little bit smaller, because I just need a little bit small space to go in this end right here. In it goes, and now we're going to connect the two right there. So it's not perfectly straight like I'd want it to be, but I'm trying to be fast so that we don't run out of time here, because my camera will only last so long. Alright, so making that seal, rolling it and taping it together. And then you can even take wrapping paper, if you have any paper at home, leftover Christmas paper, birthday paper, anniversary paper, congratulations on your retirement paper, congratulations you're having a baby paper, anything that your mom or dad or cousins might have wrapped a present for somebody, happy 100th birthday, whatever you've got at home. So now I've got my ring stick all taped up, and if I wanted to, I could wrap it with some wrapping paper. First, I want to add my popcorn into my rain stick and see what it's going to sound like. So here we go. It's a really tall rain stick. All right. Now, if you pack the foil too tight, it's not going to have room for the corn. So I packed it a little too tight. So I'm going to scrunch it up a little bit more. Try it again. And when I looked at it, I broke my seal. So now I've got to retape it again. But that's okay. So we'll retape it again. And this time it ought to be better. Okay. So now I've got to tape up the last end. Put my piece of paper here, and we're going to tape it down. And see what our rain stick's going to sound like. Nope, tape got stuck to my finger. Let's try it again. Okay. I think we've got it now. Roll it over. Add some more tape. Roll it over. Add some more tape. And we should be able to get our rain stick sound now. Alright, here we go. Okay, so I want to add a little bit more sound to that. So I'm going to take my tape off. And this time I'm going to add some more popcorn, and I'm going to add some dried beans. Alright, so I've got my dried beans here. So, if you don't have these items at home, I bet there are other things that you might have around the home that you can use. One of my students did a really cool egg maraca thing. Instead of using rice and beans, he used Skittles. What a brilliant idea. All right, so now I'm going to add some beans to it. And let's add a few more beans to it. See what it's going to sound like now. All right, now we're going to seal it up. And tape right there. And tape right here. And tape right here. Up. Now, the next one we're going to make is with a Pringles can, some nails. Again, you have to ask an adult before you can do this, and you'll need a hammer. All right, so one piece of tape all the way around, making sure everything's nice and secure. Almost ready. Now, to make it stay straight, because my tape's not quite holding well, I'm going to try to wrap it in some wrapping paper to make it a little bit pretty. And I found some paper that had some snowflakes on it. And I thought, oh, I love blue. Blue's one of my favorite colors. So now I'm going to take it and I'm going to wrap my rain stick in this paper. All right. And let's cut the paper. And just drop my tape. Excuse me. I'm back. Okay. Here we go. So, we've got our wrapping paper. You tell your parents how silly I am. All right. And I'm going to wrap it. So now I'm going to have a pretty blue rain stick with some glittery snowflakes on it. Some leftover paper that I had. You can make your own paper out of just blank paper from home and color it or paint it using whatever materials you have. If you don't have any paper, that's fine. Go outside. Maybe get a flower that's blooming, a dandelion or something, or a leaf. Decorate it that way. Use your imagination. Anything that you have at home, there's nothing wrong, no wrong or right about it. It's whatever you want to do with your instrument. And now I'm done at the end. So I'm going to, one thing you could do is you could take your rain stick and you could take this and tie it off with a rubber band, or you could take it flat. So you could have an end that flares out like this if you want to, tie it off with a rubber band, or you can seal it with a piece of tape. Let's see what it sounds like. Ooh. Okay, so that is with toilet paper rolls and paper towel rolls. So here's one that I already made. And then I decided to use more rolls to make it longer. All right, now, Pringles. How many of you like Pringles? I like Pringles. This will work with Pringles can. Hello. Nice echo. All right, Pringles can, or you could use, when you're done with tin foil, save the roll that it comes in, because that's a nice hard roll there, or a cellophane plastic wrap that you're using, any sort of roll. A wrapping paper roll would work, but you have to make sure you ask an adult. Don't take the paper off and string it all around the house, because you don't want to get in trouble making an instrument. All right, so now, with adult supervision only may you make this instrument. You must have your parent or adult that you're staying with okay you doing it. So I'm going to take this, and then I'm going to take some nails and a hammer. And I'm going to take the nail, and so you see the nail is not going to go all the way across to the other end. Can you see that? Here's the nail, and it's not going to go all the way through to the other side. So I'm going to take the nail, and I'm going to hammer it into, and this is where another pair of hands would help to hold that so it doesn't roll and you don't smash your finger. Lightly tap so that you don't smash your finger, and get that nail to go into the can. And see, I could use an extra pair of hands right now. There it goes. So all the way in. There's my first nail. And I'm going to turn it a quarter away from me, and I'm going to put another nail in a little bit higher. So I'm putting the nails in. If I push it. Actually, I can push it in. I don't have to have a hammer. You can push it in. Would actually probably be a little bit better. And then after I hammer that nail in, or push that nail in, I'm going to take a piece of tape and I'm going to cover that nail. Alright, with that tape. Okay, so I've got 2 nails in. Now I'm going to turn it away from me another quarter turn and go a little higher. And push another. So we're putting nails in at different spots along the Pringles can. This one's being tough. That nail's not quite sharp. So the sharper the nail, the better. And you're going to push that in. And then that one I was just able to push in. Put this tape there. Take this one. Come over here. And push it in. Put a piece of tape on top. And now I'm going to pause the video for a second. I'm going to do a few so I'm not wasting your time. Okay.